Hello, welcome back regular viewer. Something a bit different today. This is Crusader Kings 3. I played a little bit of Crusader Kings 2, but I'm very excited to be playing this aristocracy simulator from the Middle Ages. There are two sets of start dates currently, 867 and 1066, so we're going for the middle of the 9th century, and what caught my eye was a lot of these rulers tend to be white and beardy, but down here in the Great Adventurers we have the Countess of Daura, who has a single property in the middle of North Africa here. So we're going to be playing as this. I've got Iron Man on so I can get some achievements, and let's see what we've got. 27-year-old Daura, the Countess of Daura. She is from the culture of Hausa, and she is a Boris. Her faith is the Bori, from the Daura dynasty. As the last Magayai, well, this is a good start, Magayaya of Daura, Daurama is a symbol of the old ways of the Hausa people. Her new husband, Bayezida, originally from Iraq, represents change as more and more outsiders flock to Hausaland, bringing their strange faiths and cultures with them. Daurama is set to go down in history as the last Magayaiva, but does she have to be? Well, to my mind the answer should be no. We're going to try and create a dynasty of female priestesses, a warrior culture stemming from, and we're going to, our goal for this playthrough is to try and conquer all of North Africa and spread the religion of Bori, once it's reformed, to all edges of that particular map. Let's go. Right, so here we are. This is a beautifully zoomable map. There we go. You can see here this is the top of Africa continent, the largest continent in the world, and we can see Middle East here, and into India, and as far over as Mongolia, the Himalayas over here, and all across Greater Asia. And of course the very common, least common to us here in the United Kingdom, very common map of Western Europe as we understand it. But we are starting in the hitherto unknown regions of Central Africa, and this is our chieftain. We are the chieftain of the tribe of Daura, and we have a property here, and one here at Katsina. So we're just starting. We have yet to pick up a lifestyle. We haven't looked at our court yet. We apparently have 19 gold pieces, 450 prestige. This is how distinguished we are, how famous. 300 piety. This is our sway with the clerics and priests of our religion. Rather priestesses, we don't have any priests. And we have renown. This is for our dynasty as a whole, of which we're probably just a small part at the moment. We have nearly 900 men at our beck and call. Oh, it's very loud. I'm just going to turn that audio. Let's just take the ambience down a few clicks. Just make it a little bit quieter all over. Thank you, the birds were singing so happily. So joyfully, so playfully watching me. There are times when all the world's right. The primary heir is of the wrong dynasty. That could be a problem. We have no lifestyle chosen. I'll show you about lifestyles in a moment. The heir is unmarried. We have 4 primary issues. Okay, we can take some consorts, which will be useful for having more children and thus having heirs. And there are some wars we can declare. As a tribal start, we can usually declare wars on our neighbours. So we are the Daura. Here we can go and attack the county of Gobir. Yeah. And we can currently just claim an individual county. Unless we choose to, when our level of fame is greater, we can choose to subjugate or invade one kingdom once in our lifetime, or the lifetime of this character. So we have to pick a casus belli, meaning a cause for war. Casus, case, belly, good. Duck's bonny belly, it's just something that comes to mind. The leader of a good war. Right, let's see what's cooking. Anyway, when you don't know what to do, you just come here to issues and have a look at these tabs and decide which one you're going to do with in a moment. Okay, so let's look at our character, what are our strengths and weaknesses. Well, immediately we can see our strength is in diplomacy. We have excellent diplomacy, which means we get plus 30 general opinion. We're going to be able to make friends very easily. We're not too bad on martial, kind of a modest marshalling and stewarding skills. We're very poor at intrigue though, even though our learning's not too bad. We're terrible at scheming and coercive power plays, so we're going to have to rely on the support of others for that. Let's see how good our spouse is. Well, he's certainly much better than we are in terms of military capability, and his intrigue, he's no slouch either. His prowess is astonishing. This guy is a famous warrior. He's a humble, brave and ambitious tactician. The slayer of the snake. Well, and he is the lord of this realm here, so we're going to be competing with him to build our realm larger. He's taken 2 concubines, so I don't see why I shouldn't take some either. Let's see what options we have. So, we need to filter here. We want somebody who's going to be fertile, preferably somebody in good health. Do we need somebody of our own religion? Well, let's just leave it for the moment. Anybody with inheritable traits? No. Okay, so maybe we can sort these by rank. Oh, there's only 4 options here. Right. 2 champions and a marshal. Chaste, greedy and vengeful. I don't want to make a consort of a chaste character. Gluttonous, generous and honest. Nothing there that I would consider to be a problem, so we will take him. And we've got temperate, brave and humble. Definitely take him as consort material as well. And we have one more slot. This guy's a giant. Minor attraction penalty, minor penalty to health, minor attraction penalty, but tribal ruler opinion plus 10, vassal opinion plus 5, and prowess plus 6. He's gluttonous, compassionate, but fickle. If we have some giant children, it won't be a bad thing. Okay, so we've got 3 consorts and husband. That should mean we hopefully will have more than 1 child. Got a half-sister heir and champion. Both my parents seem to have died. Unknown causes in 812. Unknown causes in 863, so I didn't know my grandparents very much, if at all. Right. So I'm a diplomat, a mystic, charismatic negotiator. I am trusting and honest and just. So I am a good character, and I won't be doing naughty things like assassinations and kidnappings and all that kind of malarkey. So let's look at arranging marriages. Right, so this is a marriage for my half-sister. And what I'm going to be looking for is matrilineal. And we're going to see if we can find alliance powers. It's the High Chieftain. Hang on, is this my son? No, it's the son of my husband, I think, but that could get awkward. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, Chieftain of Oreo. It's 22-year-old. How old are you? You're 19. So we have two brothers here, the Adaduwa brothers. Their scores aren't anything to write home about, and they're the wrong religion. This is the shy, impatient, but brave one. This is the arrogant, patient, sadistic one. So of the two of them, this chap here looks a better choice. He's 21 years old. He'll be marrying up. They will accept a matrilineal marriage. Children of this marriage will be born into our house, and there is a reasonable chance of them having kids. So let's send that. Right. So this guy's of the wrong... Okay. That could be a problem. Right, we can fabricate a claim. The neighbouring chieftain of Sokoto is rich and prosperous, but you cannot conquer it without a seat value. This one here. Kebi. Right. They're vastly inferior military to ours, but we're going to need to make a claim. Okay, so we have our Magadja, our priestess here, and one of the things you can do is fabricate a claim on this county. Now, a claim will then give us a cause to go to war with them, a casus belli. So we're going to put this on Sokoto, and as they suggested, and start with that process. Now let's have a look at our court. We have a chancellor here who is the diplomat, and we'll see if we have anybody who might be a bit better. It looks like he's going to be the best by miles apart from ourselves, so that is absolutely fine. Thudiu, you are welcome. My steward here looks after the money, and she's the best we have as well. Our marshal here is good. Okay, and spy master. Okay, so these are the best available in our court at the moment. Our spouse is not available to consult with us, so we're just going to have to go this alone, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is for the moment. Just adjust the microphone. So we've got in 3 years, which is quite a long time, she's going to be sorting out that claim. We can have this chap working on our internal domestic affairs, which increases our vassal opinion. First of all, we don't have vassals, and secondly, my high diplomacy skill means I probably don't need that assistance. So I'm going to ask this chap to work on our foreign affairs, which at the very least increases our prestige. We're getting 1.3 a month, but this will boost it a little bit. Okay, and our steward can increase development in our county, which will improve our rate at which we can adopt new technologies. it will reduce building construction time, holding construction time, and improve things, or we can generate a higher percentage of money. But given we're only claiming 1.7 gold, I don't think that's going to change it more than by 0.1. So honestly, I think the development's probably more important. So if I can set you in Daura itself and get you improving that, that will be useful. Right, our marshal can organise levies, which increases levy size, garrison size and reinforcement rate, or can train our commanders. But we don't have many commanders, we don't really have many men-at-arms at all at the moment. So right now, although there is a chance of finding commanders on knights, I think we'll stick to levy at the moment. And our spy master, is a treacherous villain. Fantastic. What are you about? You're deceitful, you're wrathful, you are callous. You are fantastic. Can I get you a husband? Because that is terrific. So look, vengeful, lustful and brave. Who are all these people? Oh well, I don't mind if she can go out and get a husband if she likes, that's fine. Right, so what do I want you doing? Either disrupting schemes, finding secrets, 70% chance of learning a secret. Keep you at... Actually no, I'm really bad at intrigue, so I'm going to have to rely on you to root out intrigues. Okay, so that's my court sorted. Who's visiting? Got this guy, Dankaran. He is greedy, arrogant and wrathful. Just my type. He's not very good as a knight. He doesn't have any claims. I'm just going to ignore him. Now, champion, we can look for a champion or find somebody with the highest learning in the court that we trust. So hang on, let's do a search here. Search, find thing. In my realm, inside diplomatic range, not a ruler, we want adults, we want them free, and I'll leave all of that. Right, what have we got? Sort by learning. Kaya man and champion 13. Oh, here's my man. Okay. You're a mastermind philosopher, generous and honest. Well, you, if you will, please be my court physician. 10 gold. That's good. Right. So, what's our immediate requirements here? We need to be capturing territory. So in terms of lifestyle choice, if we go for diplomacy, we'll get some quick wins, I think. So we can, we've already got bonus to our sway schemes, and prestige per powerful vassal, so we need some vassals. We haven't got any knights, we haven't got That could be very powerful at some point. Affairs, defensive, dual conquest. This flexible chooses as a tribe because we've got the ability to nab single counties from time to time. Being able to get rid of the truces very quickly will be a real bonus. I think we will stick with this tree for the moment, but everything tends to go off of prestige, so rather than boost an already high fertility, that might be useful. Let's do family for the moment, and then we'll possibly go to growing prestige. This is growing anyway. Right, let's move time forward a little bit. Right, we have an alliance. Let's declare a war. Well, actually, let's have a look at our military. Right, we have 1,000 levies, 6 champions. Let's have a look. Wow. Half-sister and my heir. Champion, steward and champion. Our man champion in court position is not very good. Brother-in-law, man marshal. Yeah, none of these people should be allowed to fight. Yeah, we really need some champions, so I think there's a decision we can take. Invite champions. It costs 150, but we want to do this as often as possible, which is once every 10 years. Hold mystical communion. Right, gain 300 learning experience. I gain a bonus to martial learning. Stress goes down quicker. Stress loss is quicker. That's good. We can do this every 5 years. It's 100 piety. Yes, I begin in peace. Pilgrimage costs at least 50 gold. We don't have that. This also costs gold. I could do it without, but I'm not going to. And just in case we end up with a stellar physician, I don't think there is a problem doing this. We can do that every year. Right. Have I got enough in the way of prestige to hire? I can have 2 men-at-arms regiments. So I need to know. These are our special ones, the Sahel horsemen, but they are massively expensive. So it could be that we just start with some bowmen and light footmen, which will be 250. But we're going to have to upgrade from light footmen to something else at some point. But create that. And bowman. Okay, I'm at maximum, but these are at size 1 of 3. So if I spend more prestige, I can reinforce these beyond that point. But if we run time, just something went wrong with the mystical communion. Okay, I'm feeling a bit ill. However, I did get the divine guidance and 300 learning experience, but I'm not at all well. So I hope this isn't going to be a short run. Hopefully my physician can come up with something. Do no more than is necessary. I'm feeling a little brighter. Okay, good stuff. Right, so let's see if they found a real physician here. A reckless tactician, 13 learning. And a gregarious and gluttonous and lustful, 7 learning. And she's enthusiastic if nothing else. Prowess of 4, prowess of 4. He's not even the right religion, so I'm gonna... no. I'm happy with my court position. For generations, Hauserland has been ruled by the Magaiaya, a line of matriarchal rulers of which I am the latest. Our traditions have served us well. The world is changing. The heroic deeds of my husband, Bayajida, have earned him great wealth and respect. Though as he hails from distant lands, his successes also portend great change for my people. My son, Bewo, is the apple of his father's eye. Though a mere babe, I wonder if he will identify more with his adventuring father or my own traditional legacy. So, either Bawo is my heir, becomes part of House Daura, and my husband doesn't like me as much, or I don't have an heir, or I get the law female preference. Bawo Dorbara becomes part of my house but is disinherited. My sister will remain my dynastic heir. I'm going to go do this. Girl power. Okay. So let's wait until these armies are raised up. Right, so we've got a champion, 21 prowess. She is amazing. A holy warrior. Blade master. Wow. Content, trusting and calm. Must have. Can I afford her? Recruits court. She costs 10 gold. But absolutely you are in. You might be a cowardly thinker, but I can't see anything cowardly about you. That is astonishing. Keep going. If you can find people like that, I'm going to be very happy. Let's just increase the speed a little. I've lost a trait ill. I'm pleased to be well again. That's good. Right, halfway there. Another champion at court. Let's have a look at this one. It's a 40-year-old skilled tactician. He's only 13 prowess, but he's a very good general. Increases supply duration. He's temperate, patient, but a little paranoid. Hopefully you won't cost very much. 6 gold, we can afford that. Welcome to court. So these guys go into my list of champions, you see. So he should change over. Because this is my heir, my half-sister, I'm going to forbid her from taking part. But I think everybody else should be able to. And gradually they'll sort themselves out, because you can have only 6, you see. And as you hire people, they'll come in mainly at the top end here. Hello, hello. Right, how are the troops? 3/4 full. 85. And when we're ready, we'll check our situation, then we'll go to war. And perhaps then I'll... Oh, hello. What's that message? We get organised. Holding taxes plus 5%. Well done, you. Right, the champion has arrived. Right, you are a rough terrain expert. You are a tough soldier, arbitrary, shy, but diligent. You're a decent knight. Can I afford you? 5 gold, yes I can. In you come. Right, we are at full levy size. Right, who are we going to go to war to? Well, as I'm still building up my claim on here, I'm going to see if I can take Go Beer. Now, if I go for the single county, it doesn't cost me much. It's 50 piety. Although this is the wrong symbol. It should be this symbol. So I've got 237. This will cost me 50 of those. They're vastly inferior. I've only got 345. So that's what I intend to do. Let's just get set up. Put a rally point. Don't think it matters where the rally point is. I'm going to select you. We're going to declare war for the county. Let's go. I'm going to click on this, raise everyone. It's going to take me not long. There we go. And then we'll shoot in and go to the capital here. There's his army. We're going to gain contact. Right, I've just paused it there because it'll go too quick otherwise. Right. We have bowmen which are countering his light footmen. So they are dealing less damage than they would otherwise do. My light footmen are providing a screen for them. So I've got 1200 against his 230, and currently I'm at +4 advantage in my favour. I've got better martial skill. We do have the holy site within our borders that gives us a bonus as well. My marshal's better, so I am feeling pretty comfortable about this. Right, and now we are laying siege to the castle. Before we crack that, let's have a look at our prisoners. None of these can be ransomed, so let's just leave them for the moment. But we are kind, so we're not going to be executing them or anything. You know what, I'm happy with my position. I'll just... there's no harm looking for a physician. It doesn't cost me anything. And we can see, right, I still don't have good money for seeking the aid of the spirits. I'd like to be able to give at least 15 gold, and that could boost my stats. I don't need to call allies into war because that would cost me prestige. Right, you again. You haven't got any brighter, it seems. And you again. Well, thanks, but no. Right, let's just increase siege speed. We've got 4 months of sieging. Or less, because each time this ticks down, every 20 days you get an event. Like this event is starvation, so the level of starvation will increase by 1. There we go. And another one of starvation. And look, we're down to 10 days left. I think we are going to win the siege. We get 100% on the claim, enforce our demands. So be it. And we'll just pause there. So we have now incorporated that county into our kingdom, and we have more holdings. We gained a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, which we can now spend growing our domain even further, and that's how we roll. So we've disbanded our troops. Now that county has very low control. So the control here is at 0, and it's 0 development realm. Because it's at 0, it's going to have no tax, and it's only providing 152 levies. So what you can do is you can go to your court, find your marshal, and we might have somebody now who's a bit better. My champion here, Mamadou Dioroso. So thank you for your service. He is now better. We've got a better spy master in. No. Better steward than 13. No. Better chancellor than 11. No. Okay. So we can get our marshal and get him to improve control here. And we'll let that run. Go quickly back to the prisoners that we have, and I think we're going to release them all. And we can release them with for nothing, and we get plus 20 of reduction in our dread, which is fine. We could ask for a hook, but honestly these characters are not going to be useful, I would have thought. So let's just get rid of it. Hooray! More opinion is always good. So we can now declare 3 walls. We can declare one on Kebi, just for the county, and we can pick which of the counties we go for. Or we could do Takeda, which is up here, and again just the county. Or we can do Dendi. Again, we can pick a county. So what I'd like to find out is my realm of Daura is part of Houseland, High Chieftain of Kano. Right, so this is the kingdom. Oh, hang on. So this is the kingdom that we're interested in. And the kingdom of Houseland, not yet created. So these are the duchies that we want to create. Gobir, Katsina and Kebi. So Gobir, I think, is going to be within our gift. Its interface just gets in the way. Right, gain prestige, politely decline, reduce stress. How's my stress doing? There's a little bar here which tells you 0 stress. Or I can boost his opinion. You are a neighbouring ruler. I will take the prestige, thank you very much. I say that because with prestige I can increase my size. It'll cost 150, and they'll start recruiting up to 200. So that'll be 300 men at arms, which will be really useful. Right, so this kingdom of Gobir, there we go, is that and Tahua. So that's one duchy. So what I'd like to do is to just come this way and then create the duchy, and then any counts I can align underneath me, at least for a bit. I have a son. Not what I wanted a daughter. However, you are intelligent. You get +3 to everything. That is fantastic. Calling you Yarima, that is perfectly good. May you go strong and wise. Right, so I really want to be warring against Tahua. All babies cry, but with little Yarima there is no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to ease my worries. Her furrowed brow makes everything worse. Your son is not gaining weight as he should. We will take good care of him, my lady. In the end, his life is in Alajuna's hands. Okay, he gets sickly. That is a shame. I have a sickly child. Parents' worst nightmare. Right. I want the county of Tahua, please. But before I do, how strong are you? They have an inferior army to us at the moment. And I want this duchy. So, I'm going to... my military. We're not quite there in terms of levies. I'm just going to move my guys here. It's only the territory with circles around the castles. You see this kind of thing here that you need to lay siege to. There are also villages and churches which you might be able to plunder, but you can't lay siege to them. So, let's just close that off. So, I don't really outnumber him well enough at the moment, so I'm going to wait for my troops to reinforce a bit further. I can search physician again. Wonder if the same two will come back again. They might do. Right, I'm now the cultural head of Hausa. What this means is, this is the tech tree, and I can pick one of these and put my attention into it. So, for example, mods will be available in 433 years. I can make that 41 years if I focus on it. So do I want onagers in order to speed up my mustering grounds, which will improve size of men-at-arms regiments and maximum number of... This looks pretty strong, 40 years. Or do we want more civic one? That gives me +1 domain limit, which isn't brilliant. Currency. Development growth plus 10% a month. That could be quite important. City planning. Can build villages, shrines, prayer halls and trading outposts. Public works. That's only 22 years. Counties now reach maximum existing development penalty at 20 development. Okay. Allow settlements to grow to larger sizes. Gavelkind, which changes my succession laws. Right. I think I'll go for city... No, I'll go for currency. Oh, city planning though. Yeah, public works is fine, but... Sahil horsemen we've got. Quartered armour gives us armoured footmen. Mustering grounds, that's tempting. Onagers. Levy reinforcement rate. Unlock all tribal era military buildings. Unlock all tribal era fortification buildings. Well, those are going to be important. But let's start with currency. Right. hosting a feast, that costs a lot of money, and it gets us prestige, which is fine. Seek the aid of spirits. I've got some money now. Tell me when it's ready. Right, 75 is too much, so I'll go for a traditional libation. You're the same bloke. No, to neither of those. Still not very good. No. Bye. Right. Waste of time. Okay, well that's fine. We believe. Right, how's our military doing? The men-at-arms are ready. We've got full knights. Fine, somebody's got a claim on me, that's okay. Right, we're nearly up to maximum. I think we're going to outclass this guy. You've got a liege lord, have you? There you go. Is 829. He's made an alliance with Kebi. I see. Well, two birds with one stone. I am going to wage war on you for Tahua. Liege, you declare war. County, Tahua. Off we go. You raise everyone. You can come and lay siege to me over here, because I think what I'd like to do is probably meet you in the field. You know what, if those two get together they are going to beat me hollow, so I'm going to have to try and is there any defensive ground out here? I don't think there is. This is all dry lands. Maybe it's area in hills? Let's try and make it in hills and we'll see if they'll attack me in the hills. Okay, you perk for diplomacy. Okay, Praetorian Guard, monthly prestige for knights. Groom to rule, children get... okay. Quite like the idea of getting prestige, more and more prestige. It's the problem with this game, there's no obvious end point to it, so... if I do this, it's going to be, chances are even, they're defending in hills, they've got more men-at-arms counter. What many arms do you have? You have horsemen. Well, honestly, you can hang around down there. I'm going to go and siege your settlement, and at least I'll get a ticking war score. Speed up a little bit. Uh-oh, they've caught me and beaten me. Oh, Christ. That was somewhat annoying. Marshal. That's not a great start. Now it could be that I am just too tired to do this properly. And I should have waited for a bit longer. Let's just surrender. Right, to arms. We defeated and looted the slavers. Let's just disband our army. We're going to have a rethink, guys. So, come back next time when I'll have a rethink for how to expand our territory. This is going to be tough. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.